Hey everyone, welcome to Code Harmony. Today we are going to solve a very important sliding window problem which has been asked in almost all the tier 1 companies like Meta, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Adobe and so many more. The problem is LeetCode 1358. Number of substrings containing all three characters. In the problem statement we are given a string as consisting only of characters A, B and C. And we have to return the number of substrings containing at least one occurrence of all of these characters A, B and C. Let's also have a look on the constraints. The length will go till this and starting from 3, and S is only going to consist of characters A, B and C, which is also given in the problem statement. Okay, so we are given a string, just a string, and from this string we have to find all the valid substrings. Finding all the valid substrings. And what is a valid substring? Where frequency of A is greater than 0, frequency of B is greater than 0, and frequency of C is greater than 0. In short, every character occurrence is greater than 0, or in other terms we can say every character is at least one time present in the substring. So if this is the case, that substring is a valid substring. And we have to return the number of those substring. So answer is going to be an integer of all of these substring count, right? So from this string, every substring where A, B and C is present, that is a valid substring, and just return the count of that. Now let's have a look on the brute force. What can be the brute force? See, operation is find all the substrings which are valid. Initially, if I just find all the substring of S, and then I can check whether the substring is valid or not. If I do this, how do we find all the substring? Every substring starting from index I until j. I will go from 0 to n-1 and j will go from I to n-1. This is the range of every substring. In total, we will be having around n square substring. So the time complexity will be quadratic in this case. Using quadratic time, we are able to find all the substrings, and then we have to validate whether the string is valid or not. To check that, we need to count the frequency of A, B and C. It is also given in the constraints that the string only going to contain these three characters. If the string is only going to contain these three characters, why not I just contain a hash function? Hash function of size 3, size is 3, and first index is 0, 1, 2. Index 0 I can utilize to store the count of A, count of B, count of C respectively. So if this hash is having greater than 0 value in all three blocks, then that is a valid substring, and just capture the count. But this approach is going to take order of n square time, quadratic time, but we can do it in a better time complexity, which is using sliding window. Why sliding window? See, let's say whenever we are encountering a substring, let's say starting from this is not a valid substring. Starting and ending at this. If starting at this and ending at this is again not a valid substring. When I'm coming at this position, this is a valid one. And if it is a valid one, we have only two options, either expanding it or contracting it, because it is a substring. Substring is like contiguous set of elements, a piece within a string. That piece will go right, left, but it will remain like a window. So yeah, this is the idea behind this approach. Here, if we try to do the build the approach, I am going to start. Every sliding window is going to have two pointers, starting pointer and ending pointer. Starting pointer and ending pointer, and whenever this range is valid, we are going to capture it. Whenever it is valid, just capture it and try to explore other possibilities. If I is is at this position and j is also at this position, this is not a valid substring. In this case, I need to increment my j pointer. When my j pointer is coming to this position, this is again not valid. When I'm coming here, it is also not valid because only a is present here. At this position also it is not valid because a is present 3 times, b is present 0 times, c is present 1 time. This is 0. Every 3 value should be greater than 0. So it is also not valid. And when I am coming here at b, at this position, a is coming 3 times, b is coming 1 time and c is coming 1 time. All 3 are greater than 0, so it is a valid substring. See, if it is a valid substring, let's say during our approach somehow we encountered that if it is a valid one, then what should we do? First thing is we are going to capture it. Let's capture it. Let's say in this case we have captured n plus 1. And then what should I do? There might be the chances that when I move my left pointer to the right side, it is again valid. So this is the case. And there is one more important thing that you can consider. Let's say A, B, C is present here. In this case, my window is starting from index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a 8 length string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Size of the string is 8. Indices are from 0 to n, 0 to n minus 1, 7. My current window, first window I encountered is I to j, from 0 to 4. But one thing you have to keep in mind, that this is a valid window, but along with this, if I just take this window, I equal to 0 to j equal to 4, that is also valid. This is also valid. This is also valid. See, because if at this till this moment frequency of A, B, C is greater than 0, if I am going to append couple of characters, then again it is going to be greater than 0. So in this case, whenever we encountered a valid window starting from I until j, j is the first occurrence where the window is valid, and after j, at every occurrence the window is definitely going to be valid. So this is I and this is j and this is the length of the string. So this is my first window. So answer will be appended by till j it is a valid window, till this moment it is a valid window, till this position it is also a valid window, until this it is also a valid window. I hope you are getting what I am saying. Let's say till j the window is valid. If whatever character is there after j, at every character the window will still remain valid. So whatever is the value of n, let's say n was 8 here and b is 3. So 8 minus 3, which is not 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. B is 4. Index of B is 4. Total size is 8. So 8 minus 4, which is 4. It means at 4 characters, B, A, C, B, A, B, C. At these 4 characters, the window is valid. In short, in my answer, what I can append is n minus j. J is 4. So n minus j I can append. J is my right pointer. So what does this signifies? This is showing us or giving us all the valid windows starting from I. Right? Starting from I equal to 0, I have captured all the all the valid windows. If starting from I equal to 0 and j, all the j I have captured, and now for j equal to 4, I also need to capture all the i's. Correct? A, C, B. So this is something I need to capture. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The size is 8. This is my first occurrence. And in my first occurrence, my answer was initially 0. Plus equal to, answer will be appended with total number of size minus j. that is n minus j 8 minus 4 4. So answer will be updated to 4. It means I have captured all the j. If I have captured all the j, I am good to move my I pointer. Just move your I pointer to the next one, and now again capture all the valid windows, right? So in my code, what I was doing is, if it is a valid window, so instead of if, I will use while. While it is a valid window, just capture it. Capture it means plus equal to j minus, plus equal to n minus j. N minus j. It means every other j start at the right of the current pointer. So while it is valid, just capture it, and after capturing, I have captured all the j. Now move my left pointer I plus plus. So this is one step. And before that you have to include j pointer, and the j pointer will go from 0 to n minus 1. So this is like a pseudo code. This you can consider like a pseudo code or our window. My j pointer will be going from this position to this position, and for every j I'm going to capture the answer. Whenever it is a valid window means that this counter ABC, every value is greater than 0. If I try to write a code for your understanding, it will be something like this. Let's say I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0, and let's say I am taking a hash array, new integer of size 3, hash of size 3, where first pointer it will be mapped to ABC 0 1 2 and initialized with 0. I will write a loop where j pointer will go from 0 to j less than n. This is my outer loop, and first of all you have to include the step 1. Include j. Including j means hash of, let's capture the character s dot j. At jth of s is the character, and hash of character minus a plus plus. Capturing the frequency. So this is the first step that we have to do. The second one is, we have already discussed, while it is a valid, hashing it is sufficient to check whether the window is valid or not. If it is valid, then what I have to do is, I have to capture in the answer. Answer is equal to n minus j. N minus j. Total number of size minus j. Because if it is a first valid window, then this is also going to be valid, this is also going to be valid, this is also going to be valid. Every other character starting this will give us a valid window, and I have to capture all the windows. And then if I have captured all the windows with j, then I try to move my I. Okay, I have captured all the windows, and now it is a time to move I. Before moving I need, because if I am shifting I, that might affect my hash function. So hash function, the character is equal to now s of I. Initially it was s of j, now it is s of I. Hash of character minus a minus minus. Character is updated. Now you can update the pointer as well. So now this is, that's all we have to do. This is going to be our code. And in this code, what is the time complexity? Time complexity is moving my j pointer from 0 to n minus 1, that is order of n. And what about the space complexity? 3 block I have reserved to capture the frequency, that is a constant space, linear time and constant space. Now let's code this approach. First of all, I will be requiring the size of the string. Int n is equal to s dot length, and I also require hash function to capture the frequency is equal to new hash, new integer of size 3. It's already initialized with 0. Apart from that, I require two pointer, I is 0 and j is 0. Then I'm gonna run my loop on the basis of pointer j. J is already initialized, j should be less than n, and increment j. In this case, what I have to do is, first of all, I have to incorporate the current pointer. Current pointer is the jth character, and the jth character is character ch is equal to s dot character at j, and it to include it character minus a, because ASCII of a, if I reduce it from a, b and c, I'm going to get 0, 1, 2. Just plus it. I have used my current pointer, and then while this is a valid window, and for window my hash function is sufficient. If it is a valid window, just do something. But before that, let me write the code for the valid window. Private, it is going to return boolean, valid, and it is going to take a integer array hash. Here hash of 0 should be greater than 0, and hash of 1 should be greater than 0, and hash of 2 should be greater than 0. So if that is the case, I'm going to get the valid string. If it is valid, then just capture it. Capture every substring starting with I and ending at j till n-1. Correct? So how do I capture it? Answer plus equal to n minus j. I have captured it. Now, as I have captured all the substring ending at every possible j, try to check every possible I as well. Move I to the right side. Moving I to the right side means the character at I. What is the value of character at I? S dot character at I, and hash of character minus a, and then I have to do minus because this character has been removed from my hash function, and then I plus plus. So this is the case we have to do. For every possible j, I'm running the loop. First of all, I'm incorporating the current value, and then for every valid window, I'm going to capture the answer. Let me initialize the answer variable as well. Answer variable with value 0, and in the end, I am going to return the answer that I have captured so far. Let's run our sample test cases. Sample test cases are passed. I am submitting the problem. It got submitted successfully. I hope you understood this variable sliding window approach. If you get any doubt, you can comment down below. I will be happy to help. Thank you guys. Bye bye.